All right, let's get into the whole Jackson Holiday thing here. When I wrote this into my notes at the time, Jackson Holiday was 1 for 30 to start. What do the Orioles do here? Do they kind of keep him up until he figures it out, or is there a point where they're like, "Hey, kid, like I know you're destroying the minors, but here's some things that we're seeing. Like, go down and work on those." Like, at what point, or if any point, do the Orioles send him back down?
I mean, I think it depends a person by person basis. I mean, if they think if he's losing confidence, then I mean, you got to send him down. I mean, this is a kid that's got to play with confidence. If he's coming in like frustrated as all hell at the end of every game, and he's just grinding his way in the cage every night before every game, in between innings, like whatever. I mean, if he's grinding his way through this and he can't come out of it, then I don't think you have a choice. I think you got to send him down and let him get some confidence back and give him a couple of things to work on and, maybe kind of boost him up a little bit. But I mean, if he's got confidence, I mean, he can play. He's a ball player. He can
Absolutely.
play. I mean, and slumps are going to happen. And we talked about this last year when he was tearing through every level of minor league baseball. It's like he's going to get to a point, whether it's AAA, Major League Baseball, like he's going to get to a point where he has some serious struggles in like how does he come out of it? If he's walking around and he's confident and they still have confidence in him, I'm sure, then maybe you just let him kind of ride it out. You give him a few off days, maybe get him in a bat or two off the bench coming in late in the game, see if that can snap him out of it. I don't know. I mean, it's all kind of I would certainly think it's a feel based on the player. Like I don't think you look at it and go, okay, well if he goes 1 for 40, he's going down.
Yeah.
Right.
The at-bats don't look all that competitive though, and I think that would be what concerns me a little bit. Like I don't know if he's just up there guessing and he's wrong, or he's not seeing it, or he's not timing it up, or a combination of all of it. Like I don't know. They just don't look all that competitive.
Yeah, I mean, and baseball's funny because he could literally get a bloop single that he just absolutely gets sawed off on, and then the floodgates open and he goes on a 28 for 30 tear. Like
Bat
baseball's
guy's a hero,
like
and bat guy's a hero, and all of a sudden he's right back on the horse.
Yeah,
that's the game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is hard because like if he does have a confidence issue, and then you send him to AAA on top of that, like what does that do?
But I don't think that's not that. I mean, I think if he has a confidence issue, he knows he has a confidence issue. I would think he would want to get down there and be like, okay, like I want to go where I feel comfortable so I can get back on this horse.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I mean, who knows? I obviously don't know the kid, but you would think that if you internally have a confidence problem, it's like, dude, send me to where I know I'm going to do well. I need the confidence back.
Right.
I think it's more of a confidence hit if he's like, no, I can figure this out. I feel comfortable up here. And it's like, we don't have confidence in you, so we're sending you down.
Yeah.
That might be a bit of an issue.
I mean, I think it's a couple things. He's got a ton of pressure on him, right? I mean, like he just got drafted last year. I mean, there's a ton of pressure there and the pressure from his teammates. I mean, you look at this Orioles roster and how young they are, and they're all performing. I mean, Colton Cowser is ridiculous right now. And there's a lot of young kids that are succeeding and he's kind of not. So like we have a bar that we're like measuring him to, and he's not there. I think that's also kind of adds to the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, I think you look at Jackson Holliday and agree with what you guys were saying. His at bats don't look super competitive right now. He looks like he's over his head, but he's also 20 years old. He's got 16 Ks and 30 at bats. Like he's not making a lot of contact. He's kind of feeling his way around up there. But at the same time, this is a kid who's got just over 700 career minor league plate appearances. He's barely played a full season of minor league baseball when you kind of add it all up. So yeah, he's still green. He's really green. But I think for the Orioles, unless you've got a really good, better option, you let the kid figure it out. Because if you haul him up here, give him 30 at bats and send him down, you're going to mess with his confidence. You're going to mess with him because 30 at bats isn't even a big enough sample set to figure out where the kid's at. I mean, you're talking 30 at bats. That's a week. That's you've given the kid effectively, a week's worth of work, the plate appearances to figure things out. Have they looked good? No. But to Sean's point, he gets a blooper tomorrow night, and all of a sudden he rips off he goes 8 for 10 over a weekend, and he's right back in it. So I think you have to let the kid work it out. He's not hurting you right now because your team's fine. I think you got to give him some space. If he's still here in 2 weeks, you may need to sit him down and be like, look, here's where we're at. We gotta figure something out. But after 30 plate appearances, I wouldn't push the panic button just yet because he's still very green. But he's gotta show you more in the batting in the box to feel comfortable leaving him in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. They just got another Holiday coming up the pipeline in a couple of years, so whatever.
And yeah, I mean, I think if you're him and you're looking around at Rushman and Kowser and just loaded team of guys that aren't that much older than you that are all tearing the cover off the ball, it's got to be a little humbling to look around and be like, what are these guys doing that I'm not? But I think he's proven he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think over the course of this, whether you send him up or send him down or keep him up here, I think over the course of it, it's like, okay, with non-competitive at bats, it looks like you're struggling against fastball, you're struggling against breaking ball, you're struggling against ahead in counts, behind in counts. Like they just don't look all that great. Like it might be something as simple as like, hey, listen, you're going to get a steady diet of breaking balls. We understand this. Hit the fastball, right?
Yeah,
like when you get a fastball, hit the fastball, and then we'll work on this stuff. I mean, this is not like a contract year for him. I mean, this guy is a Baltimore Oriole for a very long time. There is no rush here.
Yep.
So, maybe it's just something as simple as that, just settling him down. Just, hey, take it one pitch at a time. Hit your fastballs. Like fastballs that come in that are strikes, take it the other way. We don't need you to get up here and start jacking home runs. You see a fastball in the zone, take it where it's pitched. Get yourself kind of the confidence, get yourself on base, get a few hits.
Yep.
It'll come. I mean, the kid can play. He can hit.
Yeah. After 30 at bats, I would not ring the alarm, but I would definitely, this would be a good time for some of the veterans, for the few veterans that are there, to help the kid, boost him up a little bit, give him some pointers, take him under their wing and let him figure it out, because he's proven at every level he'll figure it out. You just got to give him some time. And 30 at bats, I just don't think is enough time for him to really settle in yet. Because the other piece of it too is AAA pitching might be good. It is not near what you're going to see at the major league level. Like that next step up is a big step up. Think of all the guys that make it AAA and never make it beyond there. Like that is a big step. AA to AAA is not as big a step as AAA to the major leagues.
Sure.
But I think the kid will be okay. You just got to give him time.
Yeah.
And you got to keep giving him at bats. Let him get out there and figure it out.